Oh yeah. Just thought I'd do that for the heck of it. Okay. No, I was just in a movie. Not in that one though. Yes. Well, in a fan film. All right. Actually, I was thinking before this movie started that if I do another fan film like that, we got to do a Cal Cat one, and we got to call it Mary Sue or Gary Stew, and it's got to say like in the tagline, well, not Mary Sue because then I have to go and drag, but Gary Stew, and then it would say the tagline would say it's all about you, or is it? But yeah, Queen of Katwe has nothing to do with me. All right, segue into complete non-sequitur there. Non-sequitur. It's a Disney movie. The previews were rather banal, actually. There was another Disney movie that didn't look half as interesting. That has, and they showed that NASA movie again with the NASA ladies in it. And in a previous review, we had commented that it seemed odd that they were being sassy in the '60s. Not that there were black ladies at NASA. You know, don't do that Ghostbusters thing and say that was no. That wasn't it. It's that they wouldn't be sassy like that because it was the '60s. And yeah, they wouldn't be. In this movie, however, we don't know. So it's based on a book by. I don't need to look up the book. You can look it up. Queen of Katwe, a chess player champion from Uganda. She played chess in the championships in 2012 and 13, around there, and they made this movie based on that. The movie is based on her life story in Uganda. There are a number of unknowns in it, relatively in Hollywood. I think Hollywood this year has really desperately been trying to hide the fact that they just don't hire very many African American actors to play good roles. So they had like 4 movies this year. Oh, African Americans playing a good role in this because last year the Oscars was such a debacle. They didn't have any really. Although I still maintain that Straight Out of Compton should have gotten nominated because that was a good one. I don't know why that didn't get nominated. It's weird. It's like, no, that one should have been in there. Yeah. Creed should have been in there too, actually. I think Creed was nominated though, so I think they did get screenplay or something. They got nominated, there was very, very little African American stuff. This was not African American though. This was African. This was set in Uganda, South Africa, it was done by Disney, so it's the Disney version of events. They sort of mull over events that happen in slums, such as child labor, racketeering, prostitution, that kind of thing. They didn't mention any of the racketeering and bad stuff. They just kind of hid that off to the side and hinted that one of the sisters becomes a prostitute for a while. They only hinted at it though. They didn't actually, they kind of said, "Oh, this is a bad thing they're doing" and whatever. And then of course she was rejected by the guy eventually because she got pregnant. But in the movie they made it sound like she got pregnant later after the guy was gone. But no, she got pregnant. That's what did it. He didn't want anything to do with that after that. Yeah, typical human behavior when you're I guess if you're the pimp and you're the John and you get the the girl gets knocked up. That's messed up. But they didn't really go into that stuff. They just sort of glossed over it, like, oh, it's going on, but try not to think about it. It is a Disney movie after all, so it's not rated R or anything. They can't literally show that. I think it was PG-13. Shouldn't be PG-13. It was PG. There's nothing really in it except for suggesting there might be prostitution going on, which is the least of their problems in that village, I'm sure. There's probably all kinds of worse stuff, but the story is reminiscent of Slumdog Millionaire, although in the case of Slumdog Millionaire, where he's doing Q&A or their version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, In that one, it was kind of dark and twisted, and it was R-rated, and there was a lot of going on and backstabbing and sneakery and shenanigans and stuff. And this one, it's an innocent Disney movie, and it's about a chess champion. She's a prodigy. She's discovered in the slum village by this minister who is doing a little chess tournament just for the locals and stuff. And he apparently was an ex-champion, and he wants to teach them how to do the thing. So they implied in the movie that he was a champion, but that his wife was even more of a champion. But she just didn't play, but she had all the books and everything. So they implied that they both were chess champions. She was a teacher and he's a minister. And plot-wise, that's what's going on in the movie. It's very good. It's definitely Oscar-worthy movie. Except the fact that it doesn't have anything really, really dark in it probably will mean, okay, it's probably not going to get the Oscar because it's not about, it's about overcoming adversity, but then, it doesn't end with a tragic finale or anything. So, it's something good. Oscar likes something to happen bad to happen to people, prodigies. I don't know what it is with Oscar, but yeah, they like mental issues and stuff. Yeah, they do. They like that Nash story, Forrest Gump, and stuff like that. Silkwood. That's nothing like this. This is comparable to Searching for Bobby Fischer from about 20 years ago. Very similar idea, a chess champion boy and projects kind of thing. But this is a girl. It's in Uganda. Similar to Cool Runnings as well, which was a movie about Jamaican bobsledders. Even though the actual story didn't happen like in the Disney movie, it was fun to see that sort of a Disney adaptation. This one tried to be a good adaptation of it and not mess with too much with the overall goings on. Although you just know in those slum communities there's human trafficking going on everywhere, and it's probably bad. So they're not going to go there. They're not going to do that. It's a Disney movie. So yeah, it's a good movie. It's about chess. Doing a movie about chess is difficult because if you just show people playing on a chessboard, it's not interesting. So they kind of had to put up a lot of music, a lot of orchestral music, to make it crescendo here, dun, 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 and make it appear as though this is really exciting that they're moving pieces on a board. I was never very good at chess, so I was better at billiards and pool than chess. Strategy was apparently not my thing. If I could write it down, I could figure out how to solve it. But I was usually slower than the other guys. Yeah, so but yeah, it's chess would look pretty boring on film. But the movie is a feel-good movie in a sense. I mean, everything works out for our heroes. It's been out for a week. You wonder how they were able to afford what they were able to afford at the end just from winning some chess championships. After all, you would think that the board and the organization would be like, okay, yeah, that's great that you guys won these tournaments, but you are from Uganda, so we're not going to give you any money. So, too bad. So, yeah, the part about how they get money, I guess you'd have to look up the book and see how they did that. They must have done something else other than that. They must have had a day job of some kind. After that they managed to get having her educated at the end. She probably went to school or I don't know. So yeah, you get to see this lifestyle that's in there. There was also this very odd sort of fusion African song that was going throughout the thing, and the kids were playing it in the streets, and it had to deal with it was almost like an old Spice Girls song that had been rewritten, and with these Salt and Pepa type of guys, and I was wondering would they still be doing that song throughout the movie, even though it was supposed to take place over like 3 years, from 2007 to roughly 2013? No, more than 2 years then. 2007 to 2012, about 5 years. And yeah, so would they still be doing that song like it was going to become the hit song in the movie? That's weird. I don't think they were. I think they added that at the last minute because they wanted this band to be part of this movie, which is an odd thing. They showed the music video at the end, and it's like, where are these guys from, and why are we hearing their music video? It's just odd. Disney, don't do that. It works in your cartoons and stuff because you do that, but no, it doesn't work there. I bet you just thought that up at the last minute, like, oh, we got to throw in this fusion band in there because it's cool. Okay, the Spice song is Young Cardamom and HAB. It's a current song. It's this year. So there's no way they would have been playing that song 3 years earlier in the movie. And like doing like a little kitschy thing with them doing their gestures and stuff from the song. And Disney threw that in there, apparently just to make it look like, oh, see, we'll be hip. We'll throw in this song and it'll go viral and everybody will watch it. Stuff. And not really. Number one spot. Yeah, it's yeah. It's just weird. Number one Spice, yeah. So yeah, we're not gonna play that song because YouTube will flag us. But no, it's this year. Yeah. Let's see. What are the previews? One of the previews was Beauty and the Beast, and that was the new Emma Watson movie. I don't know who's playing the Beast, but Emma Watson is Beauty, as Belle. It's based on not on the TV show with Vincent and Catherine from the 90s. Beauty and the Beast, Vincent and Catherine, Ron Perlman, and Linda Connor, and Linda Hamilton. No, sorry, no, not Linda Hamilton, not Ron Perlman. No, this is the Disney 1991 movie. They've done a live action, apparently. I don't know how they're going to do the singing utensils and whatnot. Hopefully not actually animating their faces onto them and stuff. Hopefully they're just sort of ghosts in the background. Because that'd be kind of dumb. If they were like physically there, that would be very strange. But does it mean that Belle is just psychotic? She thinks the things are talking to her. Because that would actually fix a plot hole in the original cartoon, in that why would the evil witch make all of the waitstaff, into objects? Why are they blamed for what the Beast does to kick her out? Why would the staff be in trouble? It's kind of messed up. Also, it's a Stockholm Syndrome story. He basically holds her captive until she likes him. It's kind of messed up. It's a real messed up story. Yeah, so Disney. Be our guest, yes. And then we have, there was another preview. It was a couple of other previews, but there was, what's that? Not sure. There was another, of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and there was some other ones. Don't think they showed on this one the Maxfield Preview. That was on the other one. I don't think that's based on the comic book either. I think that's just something else. And there was something funny that was on a marquee in the theater. Like something amusing about a bad movie poster. Don't know what it was, so couldn't describe it to you. But anyway, this is a review of Queen of Katwe, Ugandan African movie. They really, really ramped it up because Hollywood got. I'm sure it was in production before the other thing. Also, Stone Gremlins has gone on and reviewed a bunch of movies from this month. I'm not going to follow their lead and do 5 other movies. I'm just going to skip them for now. I'm not going to watch Birth of a Nation, the remake, yet. I'm not going to watch the other 2 that they did just recently. Because, they go to different ones than they do. They didn't do this one, so I want to do this one. To be different, they did 3 other movies that just came out. I did do Mrs. Peregrine's Home for Fantastic Children earlier last week. Peculiar Children. I tend to go and see the movies that are fantasy adventure, as you can tell. They sometimes go to movies that aren't. They went to Storks. I also went to Storks. I'm not related to them. It's just that sometimes I go to the same stuff. My mother's from the Midwest. My dad's from the Midwest. My late father's from the Midwest.